You have decided to buy a property in Miri, Sarawak. The journey begins. The time required for the whole transaction depends on several factors, including the property type, whether it is under construction or subsale, and how smooth documentation and approvals progress. You start by searching for the right property and making a decision. This initial phase can take anywhere from a few days to several months, depending on market availability and your personal preferences. Viewing, comparing, and negotiating with sellers are part of this stage. Once you have settled on a property, you place a booking deposit and sign the offer to purchase. This process generally takes a day or two, but negotiating the price and terms could take longer. At this point, both parties agree in principle to proceed. Next is engaging a lawyer and entering into the sale and purchase agreement, S&P. In Miri, Sarawak, this usually takes 1 to 2 weeks. The lawyer will conduct a land title search, prepare documents, and ensure that all terms are in order before signing. Payment of the earnest deposit is made at this stage. The S&P is now signed, but the transaction is not complete. Applying for a bank loan, if applicable, follows. Getting bank approval can take 2 to 4 weeks depending on your documentation and bank processing speed. You may also need to provide proof of income, conduct a property valuation, and wait for bank officers to complete their assessments. Once the loan is approved, you and your lawyer handle the signing of the loan agreement and other related documents. Bank disbursement may require another 2 to 3 weeks for processing and due diligence. Meanwhile, the lawyer proceeds with transferring the ownership at the land registry. For subsale properties, the transfer of ownership and full payment settlement typically take 3 to 4 months once the S&P is signed. For newly built properties under developer, the process might take longer, as you may have to wait for the completion of the property and the issuance of the strata title, sometimes 24 months or more. Once all payments are settled and ownership is transferred, the property keys are handed over to you. You may now inspect your new property, begin renovations, and prepare to move in. In summary, the typical property buying process in Miri, Sarawak for subsale properties may take around 3 to 5 months. New developments may involve longer waiting times due to construction and title transfers. Delays can occur if there are issues with bank approval, legal documentation, or government procedures. Throughout the process, engaging knowledgeable agents and lawyers can help ensure deadlines are met and roadblocks are minimized. Staying organized with your documents and responding promptly to requests can speed up the process. The timeline varies with each case, but with proper preparation, you can own a property in Miri, Sarawak, within a reasonable period, making your investment and moving plans manageable.